Hello, and welcome to my first 1.17 farm exploration video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the moss farm. I've actually already built it up here, but you're going to join me as I sort of explore the new mechanics and arrive at this final design, and hopefully you learn quite a bit along the way. But let's get started. Hello. It's the morning after 1.17 came out. That's why my voice sounds like shit. But there has been a few key updates. So firstly, we got Lightmatica. Yay. And then we also have lithium fabric now, so the server can hand out more than one chunk per player every 10 hours. So that's going to be pretty helpful, I think. Shout out to those developers for just doing a great job releasing betas super quickly. It's very, very welcome. But today we're building a moss farm, and it's going to be self-sufficient. We're not going to be using it for bone meal. We're actually going to be using it for the azaleas, moss, and moss carpet. So it's not going to be able to run these, but it's still going to be useful. So the basic mechanic we're going to be using here is push limit is one of them. So I can't move any of these redstone blocks right now because they can only push 12. But if we have a, a moss block there, we can actually break it and push it. And see how the item pops off to the top? Then we can use a water stream to flush it. So let's just show this better. So let's say we bone mealed an area like this, right? So then we push all of these pistons. And then we'd refill the stone right here. And then we continue pushing the pistons until the push limit was reached. You can see over here nothing was changed, so the push limit got hit. And we basically just keep repeating this process until the pistons can't push any farther. And then we flush all of the items still remaining on top. So I'm going to get something set up for that, I think. So yeah, I'll see you when I do. Alright, I came up with a pretty simple cobble generator here. So we got some water over here. We got the lava on top. If one of these breaks or is shoved down, takes a minute, it turns into stone here. Yeah, not a cobble generator, stone generator. Very important. I also figured out that the reach of the, whatever the fuck it's called, the moss seems to be in a 3x3 area with some variation around from the center block. What was that particle effect? Okay, anyway, the setup I have is we first pull down the stone block that was generated, and then we push it over, and that's going to be our platform. So pull down, push over. So now we just got to create the circuit for that. Okay, that shouldn't have happened. It's because it was too fast, I think. Yeah. Man, I am speedrunning this shit. I figured it out. Before you make fun of my clock, it is timed flawlessly, by the way. Watch this. It's like the most 2012 clock ever, but look at this. So the second it moves, boom, then it refires. So if we were to put a moss block here, okay, let's stop it and then do this. So hypothetically, we're bone mealing some moss block. I haven't figured out how we're going to do that yet, but let's put that here. So then this just keeps going until it hits the push limit. And I'll connect the on and off switch to probably some timer that's synced with the bone mealing in the middle, some like system timer in general. As you can see, this just keeps going, and then we use water to flush it out. So let's figure out that part now. All right, bit too cocky there. I'm an idiot. So the whole problem with this system is it relies on these pistons being able to push. No push means when the sticky pistons go up to grab the little block, they'll actually push up the stone block that was there. So we can watch that really quickly. Yeah, that's bad. That's the opposite of what I want. So my main idea here is we're going to have the sticky pistons fire if and only if the normal pistons can fire. So as you can see, if this doesn't move, the observer does not give off a signal. If I knock off a block from the end of here and it moves, the observer does give off a signal. So I think that's the mechanic we're going to be trying to use here. So yeah, I'm going to try to troubleshoot this right now. Alright, I spent a bit more time fixing this up. Now it only works if one of these blocks can be pushed, so it's redundant, which is great. So let's show that really quickly. If I this bone meal thing's not working yet, but if I bone meal the area here, then it keeps going until it has no more blocks to push, and then it stops itself, despite the fact that the timer can stay on, which is perfect. Welcome back. I think this is all working now, so I spent some time connecting this all to a timer, so I'll quickly go through it. Let's start with the trapdoors. The trapdoors go down every other time this hopper clock triggers. I extended the delay here because we were getting too much cobblestone because it was a bit too fast. What else? Yeah, every other time water goes out, it goes into a little pulse extender to make sure the water has enough time to get out, as we can see in a second. There we go, everything flows up into storage. And then these hoppers pick up enough items to bone meal, to give enough bone meal for this dropper to keep going, and the rest go into storage that I haven't built yet. So this is it. It's not super great. It's also not bad though. I'm pretty happy I was able to figure this out. It took more time than I'm willing to admit just because of this stupid timing circuit down here. But I'm also happy that it's pretty robust with this circuit over here, which means that basically the lava can never be punched out there by a block, and I don't see any cobblestone, so I'm pretty sure it's working. I'm concerned about the items here though. What's up with that? Well, it certainly stays down for long enough. Okay, so this is working. This is a working farm, and I'm happy about that. Alright, here we have sort of the final design here. I decided to double what I had on the other side just to make it faster. And then I also created this sort of water stream that funnels around here, hits the honey blocks. They're aligned on the side here. And then we go into this filtering system where we filter, where we filter for moss blocks, moss carpet, the azalea, and then the flowering azalea. And then the final items make their way over to the last bone meal dispenser, so this farm is fully self-sufficient and will keep running forever. I'm pretty happy with the conclusion here. It's relatively fast. It's incredibly satisfying to watch. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching a farm exploration video. I really hope you enjoyed this. I kind of like this video style where I just sort of walk through my thought process as I stumble upon a farm. I think it's much more helpful than just showing the end product, so you guys can actually learn some of the mechanics that I run into. But I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.